Hello and welcome. So a friend of mine spoke to me about a month ago now and she said, Beth, I've got this crazy idea. And I was like, what is it? And she was very reluctant to tell me because she thought she was saying something really silly when in reality it wasn't that crazy at all. She said to me that she had this design in her head for a mug that she wanted to make and a collection of mugs she wanted to sell. She wanted her own shop selling mugs, and she thought this was something so stupid or something so unrealistic when I already have a shop like that myself set up, because I had the same thought process. I had this idea and I thought, I wish this was a real product, so I went and made it. And I'm going to be talking you through the process of having that idea and taking it right up to having a final product, a physical handheld product, which you'll get to see at the end of this video. So you'll be seeing the products that I already have in my own shop, and you'll be seeing some of these brand new ones that you will physically watch me create right here today. So I just want to talk you through the kind of process, just the outline of it. So basically, starting out with this idea, that's number one. Have the idea that you're going to turn into a product. Then step two, having to go at physically designing the product. You're creating some sort of graphic to see if you can actually make this thing. This is based on kind of mugs alone, but you can adapt this to whatever you're creating. And then step three would be to think about the bigger picture, the brand. Are you going to be a brand, or is it just a standalone product that is under your name, or are you going to create a whole, you need a name, a logo, brand colours, think about all that and start to work on that. Next, you're going to maybe want to create some social media for the product, for your company. And then finally, you're going to want to actually make the product, which is where Printful comes into play. Now let's talk about the first step, the designing of the product. So my friend has already done this. We worked together and we had a look at what was in her head and put it down on paper. Now we did this using Canva, which I would recommend if you're not a graphic designer or don't have the money to hire a graphic designer or something like that. I'd just recommend having to go on Canva and experimenting yourself. They have loads of amazing tools and elements you can use and different texts you can experiment with. So in her head she had this really minimalist plant idea, just to go with some really simple, almost like handwritten text, which is exactly what you can see on the screen. And all I've done is made sure it fits the square that we're given and made it kind of as big as comfortably possible to fit that square. Now if you go into Canva, I've shown you this in a previous video, and if you type in mug into templates, you can actually create a mug and design your design onto a mug itself, and so you can see what it looked like to give you a really good idea. So you could experiment with some of the templates given like this, or completely start from scratch, it's up to you. So she went away, she created these little designs, and I'm just going to make sure that they're all central and as big as possible to fit into this square, so that one's perfect. I think we can make this one a little bit bigger. Going to make sure that's in the centre, so you just check this square to check for reference where everything needs to fit. I think that works really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download all of these images as a PNG and a transparent background. I'm just going to download the ones that I need. Now just in case you're interested, we also did move on to the second step, which is to do with designing a logo. And this was our final design, so it's kind of a play on to do with her name, and we double checked that it wasn't taken or anything like that. And we had this little wand, displaying the magic, and in every sip, because it's a mug company. And this kind of gives people an idea of what the products are before they've even looked on the site, just from seeing the logo. And then feel free to go ahead with all this information that you got and create some social media for it. So we went and made this profile. We get to post anything because I am now in this video just showing you the creating of the products, which gives us some stuff to put onto here as well. So we just added in the little designs as story highlights that we're going to edit soon. And of course this will be built up the more we start to work on it. And the great thing about using Printful is that it gives you mock-ups of your products that you can put onto the website before you've even received any. So we've done the design, we've done the logo, we've done all the branding, we've got the social media set up. Now it's just a case of actually creating the products using Printful. Now I've talked about Printful before. I did a video not too long ago on their services and creating an Etsy store and creating passive income using the platform itself. And I'm really happy to say that this video is actually sponsored by Printful after they reached out after seeing my last video, so thank you so much for that. Now I'm going to start completely from scratch and create a completely new account. Great, so the email should look like this. I'm just going to confirm email address and it'll take me back to Printful. And then we're going to create a product template, so pick a product, and this is our first one yet so far. So I'm going to create a first product template. Mine is going to be probably in the home and living section. There are so many different things to choose from. I'm going to choose coffee mugs for this one. I like my mugs around here. So I'm going to start with this simple white glossy mug. Now I actually only want it in the 11 size rather than the 15, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to choose a file, so that's going to be one of the ones that the transparent ones that we downloaded before. And I'm going to start with the lavender one, I think. Okay, so I've added each one, and now I'm going to place them. So press in place. And then I want to double this, I want it to be on each side of the mug, so I'm going to duplicate the design on both sides. Now you can actually press 3D view to see what the mug will actually look like, which is just so clever. And there we go, and I love it, it's so cute. And you can do a mock-up view as well, which is kind of what I was on about before with the Instagram and the things that you'll put onto Instagram. I think that works really well, especially with the, tree in the background. Okay, so then I'm going to press continue. Product template type I'm just going to leave as white glossy mug. Save product template. Now we're going to go back to my Printful and I'm going to see what else I need to get done today. Connect your store, choose an e-commerce platform or marketplace to start selling. So we're going to do that next. Now as you know, I'm quite a big fan of Etsy, so I'm going to set up an Etsy for this. So I'm going to register for a brand new Etsy. Okay, so we now have a new Etsy store. Now you can set up all of that later on, but I'm just going to go and connect it first. So choose your store platform, choose platform. I'm going to do Etsy, of course. So it tells you exactly what to do and how to go through all the steps. So connect to Etsy. So I've signed in and I'm just going to allow access. Just as a warning, you'll need to make sure you've got at least one product and that you've properly set up your Etsy shop already. You can just do anything as a product for the time being and then you can change the settings later on. So now we've actually added our store, we can actually physically add to store. Now I've just taken you back to my Printful, but I'm doing the same thing with the same product. It's just that I don't have my friend's bank details and I don't want to do anything without her permission. I'm sure you can understand, but it's showing you the exact same process. So I'm adding it to my Etsy. As you can see, I've also connected it with my Squarespace and my eBay because I find it useful just to have stuff everywhere. So when I mentioned mockups before and having images to then use on your social media, this is the bit that I'm talking about. So we're going to proceed to mockups. And often it does say that the mockup preview is not available for the product, but that's okay because once you do save it, you do get to see the design on the actual product itself. I personally prefer the environment mockups, but of course it depends on the product that you're creating and where it's most suitable. I actually think the cutting board one looks quite good. So I'm going to put this as my main mockup image and then proceed to details. So this is where you can change what it's all about. So I'm going to put simply magic lavender detail mug, and then you can change this. It usually has quite a nice little bit of copy here. I'm not doing the bigger mug, so I'm just going to get rid of that and just add the 11. And it's important to add different tags. So for example, simple things like mug, it's quite minimalist, so I'm going to add that in there. And there are different platforms you can use to research tags and what works best. But it's always worth trying it for free, see how it goes, and then always afterwards you can expand on that. I have a section already on my website called mugs, so I'm going to add mine to that, but you can do this later on, you don't have to do this within Printful. I would not change the shipping costs at all, I'll leave it exactly where it is. You might get a notification on Etsy telling you that it's too expensive or something like that, but it's better to not mess with it so that you don't lose out on any money. This is the best bit, this is where we decide how much profit you make from each sale. So you can set this here, so the Printful price of the actual mug is $5.89. The retail price, which is what it's going to be seen as to other people, will be $9.89. This isn't including the shipping, this is extra. So you've got to consider how much of a profit that you want to make. So the natural profit that it gives me is £2.11. So I'm actually going to increase the profit by a little bit. You want to consider how much you would actually pay for a mug yourself. I think that's really important. You don't want to be putting, £15 profit and expecting people to pay £23 for a mug. You've got to be realistic about it. But I'm just going to change it to, I'm going to change this to change to, so I can control this exactly, and I want that to be £10. So I'd make a profit of £4.11. And I'm going to press submit to store and it will go across to my Etsy. Now I'm going to go to store manager in the top corner and press listings, and occasionally it'll save it as a draft for you so that you can control it yourself. Because you have to pay 20 pence to upload a product onto Etsy. So I can now click on this and I can actually visually see it, and I can see all these beautiful designs as well. And these are the amazing mock-ups I was talking about that show you what it looked like in real life. And I think that looks really good. All my information is here. You can build on this title if you'd like to. You can add more tags. You can change the colour, so you can change these settings as well. Handle, yes. Fill all in the correct information that you need to. The price is set here for you. And then here are your fixed price shipping settings that have already been sorted for you. Now it will tell me that there are issues with delivery, but I really would just ignore that. That's just Etsy doing its thing, but you don't need to worry about that. Once someone places an order through Etsy, Printful will take care of everything else. You literally don't have to do anything other than press publish, and it's all sorted for you. I would also suggest if you just select these, right click and press save image as, you can save this mock-up and then you'd go over to your Instagram and you'd upload the picture and then you can then post that as an image onto your Instagram, which is a great way to get realistic looking content even without having purchased the mug at all. But I really would recommend buying some yourself just so you can see the product in person before you start selling it to other people. And it also means that you can do your own product photography at home. If that isn't a strong suit of yours, there are many videos online to teach you how to do it, or I can do some myself. And it's always a good idea to maybe get some pictures of family and friends with the products just so you can see what it's really like and give people a really good idea of what they're purchasing. I'm going to show you just how to order it yourself now. So we're going to go new order. I'm going to go with my Etsy one, and I'm going to do a sample order, create your order. This means that you get a discount on the products and you get to see what they're really like in real life. So you simply just add a product, and I'm going to add my new lavender mug, choose, and then this is the new price that I'm paying for this. Continue to shipping and you just fill out all of your information. So this will cost me £10.80. Add in your details and you press pay securely. Then that is exactly how you take your idea, you create something on Canva, you then set up your Instagram, social media for it, create a brand behind it, then take that item that you've designed, put it onto Printful, turn it into a product, get that product onto your store, and then make that idea a reality. Now I've placed that order and you're going to get to see that mug in real life in a few days, or it'll be in a few seconds for you. And you're also going to get to see some of the previous products that I've sold before that are on my personal store, and some that I'm yet to sell that will be coming out soon, but you'll get to see a glimpse of in real life. So let's do that. So I ordered these on the 3rd of November and it estimated that they would arrive between the 9th and the 15th. It's the 9th today, but I only collected my post this morning, and based on the emails, it actually arrived between the 5th and the 7th, which is pretty good if you ask me. I'm going to go with, this is the one I'm most excited about, so I'll show you that later. But I'm going to go with the ones that you saw me do today. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to do this one first, which should be the one that you've seen. Oh wow! Oh, that looks so good, she's going to love it! Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. And you've got it on both sides as well, which I like, because if I was drinking it, I want to be able to see it, but I also want whoever I'm with to be able to see it as well. The quality, I'm not even kidding. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You'll see it in the little, I'm hoping there's a bit of an overlay now where you see me use it close up. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so cute. I'll keep that up there so you can see it. Okay, now this one. This is mine that I designed a while ago. I've always wanted one of these. I just never got myself one. It's a social media expert, which might sound a little bit, big-headed. I don't really mean it literally. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, now this last one. I'm so excited about it. Oh my god. Now this might not be to everyone's taste, but I love it. Oh, I love it. The thing printed on the mug. On a really oversized jumper. How cool is that? I intentionally got it a little bit bigger because as someone that works from home, I literally just wear hoodies all day. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, they are so unbelievably cool. Not only is it great because you can create products to cater to your audience and make passive income from it at the same time, but you get to make things that you wouldn't really be able to find anywhere else. Like, I've never seen any products created that are really catered to social media managers, influencers. You get the odd few there, but you don't get ones that, are really what you want. And this is really what I wanted. And now I have not only it on a jumper, but also on a mug as well. I'm over the moon. And I know my friend is going to absolutely love this little lavender one. I'm going to buy some for her as well and send them over to her so she can properly have a go and have a look at it. But it just goes to show that you can literally have an idea in your head and create a product out of it. And including the time that I wasted not going down to go and get my post, it literally took, 5-6 days to have an idea in my head and then have it in my hand with other people able to go and buy it. Oh, I'm so unbelievably happy, and thank you so much to Printful for working with me on this video. I love them. I really do. And if you want to check out any of these products or my shop or my friend's new shop, all the links will be listed in my description below, and a link to Printful if you want to go and check it out yourself and have a go, because I really recommend it. And it's free. It's free. just to get started, to create some products, to get them up on a shop. It doesn't cost you anything, so it's a no-brainer to me. I'm gonna go and put this on. Oh my goodness, the inside of it is so fluffy. I'm so happy right now. Now I know not everyone is a fan of bright pink, but how cool is that? Oh, this feels so good for winter, because my house can get pretty cold and I like having the balcony door open, which is probably why it's cold all the time. Just for size reference, this is an XL and it's really nice and big and baggy. It's kind of, this was one of the unisex sizes, I'll tell you exactly. So this was the unisex heavy blend hoodie in the shade light pink and in an XL. I think if I wanted it to fit my body perfectly and not be oversized, I would have gone anywhere between a medium and a large, but I love this size. I absolutely love it. I just wanted to say a quick final thank you to Printful for making this whole video happen. This has been so surreal for me and I really hope you give yourself the opportunity to feel this good. Have an amazing day. Bye!